Hi, everyone. Please be aware, aside from our usual filthy language, we do talk about domestic violence in this episode when we get to Jessica and Craig. If that triggers you, please skip. Hope you enjoy the episode. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we love that Hottie McCrimes is out of jail again and is back where he belongs in his new little apartment, and he's away from Svea.
Minus Svea. And I kind of want to say thank God.
I like her separately, independently of him.
Yes, like I need her with somebody else though.
Yeah. She needs to find... Her expectations of this man were out of control.
They were way too high for this situation.
She clearly hasn't had my dating history because she never would have put those expectations on anyone.
I know, me too.
It would just be like, do you have a job? That's just the bar right there.
Do you wake up in the morning on your own?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. You get up for work without me having to wake you up. Yes. Guys, my name's Amy Archer. I'm here to talk about the finale of Prison Brides. My little noodle, Steph. What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Have you recovered from MAFs?
That was a heavy lift this week. Not gonna lie. That was heavy.
A lot is going on there.
A lot. And I'm like appreciative because we went so many weeks with nothing happening. But now I feel like, what are they doing to us? Somebody hold me.
I know. It's really wild. And when I was talking to Axel over on DVR, what is it? Daily DVR, the podcast. He was saying like, this is not the first time that we've seen people be filmed after Decision Day. And I didn't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
He gave me like explicit examples. So I think I just have like, I don't know, hamster brain. I don't know.
I must have it too then because I don't.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Although, you guys, I started watching Seeking Sister Wife so that I could catch up to the Amy and Amanda on the podcast.
How glorious is it?
The funniest part is I kept saying to you guys, I've never seen it. Where do I start? What do I do? And I turned it on. I'm like, I've watched this. I watched the whole first 2 seasons. I remembered the first season like in depth. But I have no recollection of when I fucking watched it. Like, that's wild to me. What is happening to me?
So you're like my mom. You burn through shows. And I think part of what you're doing is you have it on as background noise when you're working.
Yes, 100%.
So you're not focused.
That's exactly it. And it makes me feel a little bit better that you say that because I've been wondering if I'm not getting a touch of the Alzheimer's.
No, you're just not hyper focusing on it.
Like that's exactly it. Yeah.
So I've been watching Perfect Match because I think I want to cover that this summer. And I was watching, and I think I got through like 3 episodes. And I also, guys, I have this game. Oh, I don't have my iPad near me to tell you about it. I'm obsessed with this cooking game on my iPad. Like you have to see me. Yeah, you have to see me like fing, 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 like my little tiny finger, my little pudgy finger just flying across that screen as I'm trying to serve customers pizzas.
Oh my God.
So I'm obsessed with this game. And so like I'm sitting there playing the game and the episodes are going by and I'm not even paying attention. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? I'm on level 40 in the pizza shop. I can't talk to anybody else.
That's so funny because many years ago when my kids were smaller, they used to have this game on their like little iPad thing. It was like restaurant something. And then there was like a bakery spin-off of it. It was restaurant. I can't remember.
Was it Restaurant Story and Bakery Story?
Yes.
I think I remember it. Yeah.
And I was obsessed with Restaurant Story so much that I would be like a psycho trying to clean up the plates and get all the things so that I could buy different things to redo the floor and add funky plants. Like I was like, and then it was a kid's game. Yeah. So I feel
this is serious business.
It is.
And they have these different kinds of restaurants you can unlock. So like right now I'm doing a hot dog cart. So I've already completed they have, it must be sponsored by TGI Fridays because they have a TGI Fridays. I completed that. They have a burger joint. I completed that. I completed a breakfast, the flippin' pancake it was called. Then the pizza one gave me a lot of trouble. I was like, pew, pew, Like, my
This
little
remind
hand just couldn't keep up.
this reminds me many years ago when I worked at my previous job. I shared an office with my friend Maureen. Neither of us work there anymore, so it's fine to say this. But it was in the time where we would both play the ridiculous games when we had like
Mhm.
nothing, like not even when we had nothing to do, but we would play them at work when we needed to zone out because we wanted to like
Yes.
light the place on fire.
Yes.
And I was on a call with a client, and she sat like across the room from me, but it was like small quarters, and all I could hear was chee 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 chee, like this like camera sounds. And
Yes,
I was
yes.
like, Maureen, stop. I'm like, oh my God, like trying to get her attention to the point I had to like start throwing paper clips at her because she was playing
Yes.
some Kardashian game and they
Yeah.
were like taking pictures on the red carpet. And I'm like, dude, I'm really actually on a call with a client. Will you
Uh,
please stop?
that
But yeah,
reminds me of Pokemon Snap. Did you ever play that
I
game?
I didn't.
Oh, it was on, I wanna say it was N64. It
Oh,
was
that's
so
why. I
good,
didn't have one
so
of
good.
those. I didn't have one.
You had to find the Pokemon, you had to take a picture of them, and it had to be, they rated the quality of the picture you were taking.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Mhm, mhm.
That's
Um,
funny.
but yeah, games like that I enjoy. Sometimes you just need to zone
You need to
out.
Thank you. That's why I play this game. I don't even know what it's called. Oh, it's called Woody 99.
Mm,
I know I'm not like no one's paying me to say this.
mhm.
But it's like Tetris kind of.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I play it for like literally every night when I'm suffering with my insomnia, and that happens every
Mhm.
night. Like I'm playing it until like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, like a psychopath over and over and over and
Well,
over
that's the
again.
problem with this game is it doesn't relax me, I'm tense
Yeah.
playing
This
it.
one is a little different. I don't get tense, but yeah.
But I like games like that, like the casual gaming, because when I get into, like, World of Warcraft, I lose
Oh,
hours and hours and hours of my day,
yeah.
and I
See, I
can't do that
can
anymore, can't do it.
I don't play games like that, but I have done that with like Mario Kart when my kids were
Mhm.
little. I was obsessed
Mhm.
with. I mean, and I loved Super Mario Brothers, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but it's I like the relaxing, like I'm gonna zone out, like staring at the shapes and the
Yeah.
colors. Like that's what
Yeah.
I like.
Yep,
Yeah.
I hear you. So that's what you're doing. You have these shows on, but you're
Yes.
working, and you just have
Yeah.
them on the
In the
background.
background, yeah, all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because that happened to me. I used to, when I had my job at the TV station, it wasn't creative, so I didn't have to, like, really think hard. I had to focus,
Exactly.
but I didn't have to
Yeah.
think real hard. So I'd have the Golden Girls on, you know this,
I
every
know,
day.
because I would come in there and watch
Yes.
it with you.
And I,
Scratch my
like,
big belly.
sometimes I was watching the episodes and sometimes I wasn't. Like, a lot of the times I
Exact
wasn't.
That's exactly what I do. And I
Yeah.
think now that I feel better that we had this conversation because I'm not
Mhm.
kidding.
Mhm.
My
Yeah.
memory loss around this kind of stuff is wild, and it
My
scares
mom
the
is the same
shit
way.
out of
She
me.
burns through stuff, and
That's what
I'll
it
be like
is.
I'll be like, "Mom, you know that you saw this. You talked about how much you liked it." And she's like,
I
"Nope, no
know.
memory of it."
Yeah.
So,
And I do
there's
it
that.
too. Like Patrick teaches 4 nights a week. So I'm alone a lot in the
Mhm.
evenings. So that's what I would do. I would put on this ridiculous stuff and just zone out, like
Yep.
playing a game or cleaning my
Yep.
house or whatever. And I'm never really fully engaged. That's my
Yeah. That's
problem.
that's the problem. And I think our attention is so divided. I have such a hard time paying attention to anything
Me too.
nowadays. Like, when I
Same.
want to sit down and watch something, I have a hard time. It's weird.
Right. Or even like my kids will come in and they'll like be like, oh, mom, blah, blah, blah. And they'll like tell me the story. And I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. And then they'll walk away and I'm like, what did he
What
just
just
say?
happened? Yeah.
What the fuck just happened?
By the way, Timmy and I are watching this show called The Foundation, or Foundation, on Apple Plus. You gotta tell Patrick, he'll like it. It's sci-fi.
Ooh. Well, I like it. Like, how
You don't like
sci-fi is it?
sci-fi, right?
It
It's very
depends.
sci-fi.
Oh, then I probably
It's
won't.
So this dude has a mathematical equation that he says predicts the downfall of this empire.
Oh,
And so there's different planets, and they exile him and his group to, like, this far-reaching planet where their job is to, like, figure out what they want to save in civilization for when the empire falls and they
I'm
have to
writing this
restart.
down.
And it reminds me of, I heard a quote from Einstein last night that I had never heard before.
Oh.
So I was watching Turning Point, The Bomb in the Cold War, which I highly recommend to
Oh,
everybody.
yeah, I have to watch that.
Einstein said, I'm gonna butcher this, but I'm
Oh
gonna
god.
paraphrase it.
Okay.
Einstein said something like, he doesn't know, I don't know what weapons will be used to fight World War III, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and rocks. Meaning we're gonna wipe out our civilization with World War III. And I was like, wow,
Oh, that's
wow.
scary as
That's
shit.
that's heavy, Einstein. Yeah.
I started watching, The Regime on
I don't love
Max.
it. I
I
didn't love
love
it.
it. Did you watch both episodes?
No, I only watched the first one.
The second one gets it's a lot better. It picks up
Okay.
in the second one.
Axel and I
I
talked a little bit about it in that interview, and he was saying that
Oh.
he didn't love it either,
Oh,
but he
I
was gonna try
really?
it. He was gonna try it.
I'm gonna be honest, if I only committed to, like, the first 15, 20 minutes, I probably wouldn't have kept going, but
Mhm.
I did my husband really liked it, so I was like,
Mhm.
"Alright," it has a very Wes Anderson kind of feel to it,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, but I'm really into the story now. The story is a little bonkers. It's hysterical and
Okay.
it's weird. I don't understand what's happening, but I'm really enjoying it. Kate Winslet is
I love her.
amazing.
I love her.
I mean, I love her too.
You have me watching Woman in the Wall.
Okay.
I have a problem with it.
Okay, tell me.
I'm 2 episodes in, and guys, this is a me problem. I'm aware. This is an Amy problem.
What was Woman in the
I
Wall about?
with, what's her name from The Affair?
Oh,
Allison.
yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 yes.
Now you just watched that.
I did. See what I mean?
Come on.
I finished it like 4 days ago.
So, here's my problem with it.
Okay.
I understand that in many storylines there needs to be an unreliable narrator and there needs to be somebody who's kind of like lost their mind, okay?
Yes.
If it's too much, I can't handle it.
I
And it's
know.
too much. She's running
I
around
know.
like she's like, "Ah," like run, and I'm like,
I
we
know.
need her to tell us what's wrong, or there needs to be some kind, like she's just a mess,
She's a mess.
but it's not an explained mess.
No,
Like
it's
they're
not.
keeping the viewer in the dark as well. So we're just seeing this
Yeah.
person being like scared of everything and running around hiding, and we just don't really know what is going on. And
You don't.
that's fine for a little bit, but it's too long now.
It is
And
too
that's a me
long,
problem. That's a
but
me problem.
it will wrap itself up.
Yeah. I'm sure
We
it will.
finished it. I loved that. I loved that series. It was like
Yeah.
I said, I agree with you that because and Patrick and I even get saying like, what is happening? Like, I don't even
See,
understand
I
what
don't
this is
like that though.
about.
I can't be doing that very long.
I know, but I just feel like she's so good in it, even though it's overdone, like you said.
Mhm.
I couldn't stop watching it. I
You
really
have,
enjoyed it.
as a writer, you've got to hook the reader in. And you
I
have a
know.
certain amount of real estate to do that. And
I
I feel
com-
like they're taking too much real estate
I
trying to get us
completely
there.
get what you're saying, but you're
Mhm.
looking at that from a smart person's point of view. Us dumb
No,
people.
no,
No, no, no.
no.
But I'm just saying, the dumb people like me that don't understand plots and writing and all of the things
No.
that go into. No, no,
Dude,
no.
it's not even that. It's like this is just something that always irritated me when the main character is falling apart all the time and you don't know why.
No,
And it's
I
like,
get what
"What
you're
is
saying.
wrong? What is wrong?"
No,
Just
no, no.
I wanna shake her and be like, "What's wrong?"
Right. I totally get what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, in reference to you talking about the writer and the plot and the reader, like that kind of stuff is over my head just because
Yeah,
it's
but
not
you
my
know
world.
it because 'cause you've been consuming
Yeah,
stories your entire life. You
of
know it.
course.
You
No,
probably
no,
just
no.
don't know how to articulate the problem, but you know there is
Right.
one.
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, but I liked it regardless. I really liked it. I thought it
Speaking
was
of
really interesting.
speaking of problems with stories, I guess we're
Ooh.
13 minutes in. Should we start talking about
Oh yeah, what
Prison Brides?
why are we here? What are we here
Guys,
for?
there's not much here. That's
There's
why, like,
not.
there's just not much. So let's go through it
Let's
couple
get
by
in.
couple.
Going in.
I would argue there's a misuse of the black screen of death in this
Mm.
episode, and we'll talk about
Okay.
that. I don't have a title. Do you?
The last episode?
Yeah, I don't have a title.
Well,
Oh,
either.
let me see
I'll
if I could
look.
find it. Let
I
me
will
see.
find it in 2 seconds. Hold on. It's in my little
Okay.
TV tracker app.
Oh, you're good like that. Okay.
I am good like that. Hold on, hold on.
I wanted so much more from this show. and it could have been so much more.
This is how it ends.
This is how it ends. Okay. I
This
have
is
a
how it
feeling
ends,
this is how it
guys.
ends permanently. I don't think they're
Permanently?
coming back for season 2.
I
Maybe.
don't
Who
I
knows?
think maybe, but I'm
Mhm.
not I there's really no way to know right now. I think it could go either way.
Hey, backdoor friends, why don't you guys weigh in? Tell us in the comments, did you enjoy this season? Would you bring it back for a season 2? Let us
Mm,
know.
let us know. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I would probably watch one more season just to see if they do a better job with it, because I
Mhm.
feel like they dropped the ball on a lot of things that we could have seen
Yeah.
in
It's
how, like,
first of
I feel
all,
like,
it should have been
but
8 episodes, but go on.
well, I don't this but this is where I disagree though. We could have had 10 episodes had they showed us more. Like, we went from the very
True.
start to the very end. We didn't get anything in the middle. We got none of the plot. Think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't.
We
We
didn't.
got the
So we
beginning stories and how they ended, but we didn't get a whole lot of the stuff in between, and that's what I think was lacking here.
so we open with Emma and Kurt, and she's living in the US, getting all set for Kurt to come home. She's super excited, putting together furniture, and she bought a king size bed. That's it. It's where we see
Yeah,
them.
that was it.
But here's my thing. So then they put up the black screen of death, which usually gives us a lot of information. But all
Right.
it said is like Emma's still waiting for Kurt to be released. Like, okay, give us something new.
This is why I think we're gonna get a second season.
I hope it's different people.
Well, I think we're gonna have some of the same people and probably some
Mm,
new people. That's just my hot take. And I'm
okay.
always wrong, so I'm probably wrong. But that's what I think. If we do get a second season, we are gonna see more of Emma and Curtis,
Kittis.
Kurt, and
Okay.
we're gonna see Gabriella and Jamal. That's my
Okay.
thoughts.
His by the way,
Those are my
his
thoughts.
GoFundMe is up, and
Oh,
last I saw it had $25 donate to it. So
$25.
that was when it
And
first started. I hope it's gotten more by now, but we'll see.
well, do we? Because we don't know if he's innocent or not. So, like, I don't know
We
how I
don't
feel
know.
about it.
All I
We
know
don't
is,
know.
I know 2 things to be true. He's received a trial. He was found guilty,
I
but
know.
also there's a lot of young men in jail for crimes they didn't commit. So, I don't
There's
know.
a lot of people in general in jail for crimes they didn't
Yep.
commit. I
Yep.
get
So
that.
we don't know.
But that's,
I would
I
like
don't
to
know.
here's what I would like. I would like him to have an appeal and have
Yes.
an opportunity to present his
His
case again.
case. Me too.
Yes,
I agree
with
with that.
competent lawyers. Yes.
Yes, and that's why I
Mhm.
feel like I can't really make a decision on how I feel about should that GoFundMe be growing or not. Like, what if he really is guilty? Like, I don't know. This is
Yeah,
why
we
I'm
don't
bad
know.
at this. We don't
We don't
know.
know. We
There's
don't
no
know.
way to know. We weren't there.
Nope. So Olivia and KJ, nothing here. She moved back to London to dance after their wedding, and she's working with an immigration attorney to see about moving here. That's it.
You guys,
That's it.
I have to
Nothing.
say, Olivia makes me laugh harder than anyone else on this show. There's
Mhm.
something about her, and I say this with love. Like, I'm not throwing shade. Please don't take it that way. There's something about her though that she's like a caricature of a real person for me. Like, I just feel
Yeah,
like
we don't
like
that's the problem. We don't know any of
know
these
her.
people.
Right. But like, she's so goofy and silly that like watching her dance truly makes me laugh out loud. And I don't even know why. Like, they showed her back at her dance studio like dancing by herself in the mirror, and I'm just like, and I get it. I was a dancer for 15 years. I totally understand all that. It's just, I just find her to be so fucking hysterical, and I don't have any idea why. Like,
Here's
I love watching her talk. She's a big goofball to me. And I mean that with love. Like, that's not me saying, whatever.
here's
She's
the
funny
thing.
to me.
I feel like they could have cut 3 stories from this season. We didn't
Definitely.
need her. We didn't need Emma and Kurt. We didn't need Andrea and Cage,
That
right?
was a complete waste of time.
If they just gave us Svea and Joseph, Erin
Mhm.
and Michael, and Jessica and Craig, that would have been enough. And maybe
100%.
Gabrielle and Jamal. I could even they're on the
Right.
bubble.
I'm on the fence with that too.
Yeah.
But just those 3 couples would have
Just
been
those
enough.
3, and, like, let's fill this out a little bit. Like,
Yes, that's my point.
like,
Tell us
uh
more about these stories and these
yes,
individuals.
yes,
Yeah.
like, let us learn about Michael's upbringing. Why is he the way he is?
Yes.
What's going on with Erin and her family? Like, what I
Yes.
don't know, I just feel like they could have went so much more in depth.
I completely agree with all
What
of
is the
this, and
name of the production company? Bad Fish? Yeah, Bad Fish. Bad Fish, call me. Call me. I'll walk you through this. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So let's go to Erin and Michael because there's nothing.
nothing.
She's packing to go back to Australia. She cries. She says she misses the kind, patient version of him. But things have changed. He's still in jail. She tells the camera she is good alone, and that's fine for now. And she's excited to go home and see her son. That's it.
I wanna say though, the ending of her story made me happy. I needed her to go
Me too.
home.
Me too.
Yeah.
And go
Like,
home to
this
her
is
son.
we had best case scenario here. Get the fuck away from him and go
Yeah,
home to your family,
dude,
please.
he's terrifying.
I am terrified of him.
Now, the Jessica and Craig bullshit has me pissed off, and here's why.
Okay. Tell
Craig's
me.
back in jail, and Jessica won't tell us why.
I know.
You signed up for a show.
I
This is
know.
kind of part of that agreement, right? It's the bargain that you made.
Right, and we know that it was domestic violence
Right. We
charges.
don't need the details. She could say to
Well
us, we had a bad fight. You
well,
know,
she did
he pushed
say
me,
that
he laid hands on me, whatever. She does
well, I
say that he gets
he
mad and
didn't
he hits things or something,
right,
but
well, she does say that he didn't hit her. She does say
right.
that, but
Right.
something happened. I mean, if
Right.
he's back in jail over it, something happened.
Right. Like, I don't even know. Did she call the cops?
I don't
We don't
know.
know. And she's like pretty much like, I'm not saying anything about it.
Which is weird to me because why? Like, why? It makes no sense. You
It
were
makes no
totally
sense.
fine giving the whole story when it was working out in your favor, but now you're not.
And does
So
it
I
matter? Like, yes, it does matter. And the reason it matters is because there's nuance in everything. And we wouldn't
sure
look, DV is DV. Fuck him. Go to jail forever. But
$100%.
I want to know what took him from I have a house and a wife who supports me and a good job and a bank account and I'm ready to do this the right way to I'm back in jail DV. Like I want to know the missing pieces there.
Well, right. We want the dirty deeds.
Well, we just want to know like that's the progression of the story. And we
Right.
need to know it. Like
Exactly.
what happened? You know what I mean? And it's
Well,
like
and I thought it was strange that she was saying the reason she didn't want to tell is because she didn't have a chance to talk to him about it first. Why? So he
tell
can
us your
tell you
story. Tell us
exactly.
your side.
Thank you.
I agree 100%. Like there needed to be there's a lot of blanks missing. And
Yeah,
it's like, okay,
lots.
all right.
I mean, like I
So,
said, we went from seeing him get out of jail and then move in, and a day later she finds out she's pregnant, and then the next episode she's 7 months pregnant. It's like what happened in
and
7 months?
as readers or viewers, we fill in the
Right.
blanks and
Mhm.
we're here watching him angrily kick around some Amazon boxes. So is that what did this? I don't know.
I don't know. I can't imagine that that would send him to prison. I
I can't
I
either. But like that
I
is
don't
the
know.
interesting what is the trajectory of this guy, right? Like that's
And
what I want to know.
yes, and the other thing that I wanna know is I wanna hear from his sister. I wanna know why she
Yes.
shaved her head a la Britney Spears. That was
Sure.
wrong. That was not nice. You know, but she just showed up one episode and was like, "Look, I shaved my head." And he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, why'd you do that?" And then we never saw her
Maybe
again.
she's going to wear a wig.
And maybe she just wanted a shaved head, and that's fine.
Mhm. Mhm.
But so much of his story from the beginning was based on this relationship with his sister. And
Right.
we don't have that wrapped up. Like I need to see
Good point. Like, why isn't his
yeah.
sister on camera saying, "Here's what went down. My brother's back in jail. I'm upset."
Yeah, I'm upset.
Whatever.
Like, yes, because a whole big, like I said, a big part of his story from the beginning was how she was so deeply hurt by that because she was a young
Mhm.
little girl and whatever. Like,
Mhm.
where did she go? I need more. I need
So
more.
I know that we're already in the middle of this, and it's a little too late. Now I will put a trigger warning at the beginning of the episode, but just trigger warning here. She says that Craig yells and calls her names and punches shit, but she doesn't want to talk about it. And she had to have him arrested for domestic violence. She's 7 months pregnant. The baby will be named Hudson, which is a really cute name.
Great name. Love it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Andrea and Cage. I
wait.
give zero fucks about this woman.
Same. But before we move on real fast, we do see that Jessica moved home permanently.
Oh yeah, she left. Yep, that was on the black screen of death.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say that made me happy too.
Me too.
Because if he really is a violent domestic, like I'm not into that. That's
nobody's
triggering.
into that.
No.
Why?
What I'm saying, of course, but that was real. That story is real triggering for me.
Yeah, he's trash.
Just because of my own past, you know what I mean with that. But
Andrea and Cage, I'm telling you, this woman treats her parents like shit.
I hate her for this reason. I can't watch her.
Do you agree? She treats these parents like garbage.
She's a terrible daughter.
She's a terrible daughter.
Her parents don't seem all that terrible. And I get we could be getting a bad edit or whatever. It could be an act for the cameras, whatever. But they seem like decent humans.
You know me. I don't just blanket come out and say I hate people. I hate her.
I hate her too.
She's terrible.
Hate her.
So she gets the go ahead for a wedding, and after Cage calls and she tells him the news, she has to tell her parents, who pretend to be happy, and they're like, "Oh, we've changed our minds because basically we're forced to accept it." She says, "Even if you motherfuckers gave me advice, I'm still not going to take it."
Not going to take it. I can't. That's where I was like,
Mom tells the camera, "My daughter's fucking crazy."
Oh, she does. Yeah. They know. That's the thing. They know. And you know what I'm wondering if it is with her? Is she just one of those people that's just so fucking unhinged that they don't even bother really? Because they know that it's just going to be a bigger chaotic situation if they tell her how they really feel, or if they try to like, I just feel like she has an issue with like they have zero control, which I guess you wouldn't control your child at that age, but I'm getting the feeling that she's been this way forever. Like she's just an unruly kid.
Yeah.
Not that she's a kid anymore, she's a woman, but you know.
Well, then she throws shade at Mom, and she's like, "Look, maybe you're dependent on a man and can't be alone, but I'm not that way."
That was harsh.
Okay. On television to say that to your fucking mother.
But, and also, like, her parents seem like lovely, happily married people.
She comes back to the table and Dad's like, "We love you so much." And he's like crying and he's like, "I love you." And she's like, "Okay, fine. I love you too."
Yeah, I know. I can't. Wow. I don't like her. Wow. I don't like her.
Wow.
I have a big problem with her, but I do think we're going to see more of her in a season 2 if there is one.
Oh, I hope not. I really, really hope not. Okay.
I know. It's terrible.
Gabriella and Jamal. A little bit here too. She's in the US advocating for his release. He's writing a book. I support that.
Yeah.
Write your story, dude. Get it out there.
Yeah.
She reads a little from his book. It's real dark. Not going to repeat it, but real dark.
Not going to lie. That's something I might read.
I would probably
just
read
out of curiosity. Yeah.
Then he calls and she's like, "Are you going to write about our wedding?" "Oh, you know how I feel about this. This is like people tell me you should write a book about me." Why don't you let Jamal write the story Jamal wants to write?
I know.
Okay.
Anyway, I know.
Sorry, that's a me problem again. So she
assures are you going to put me in your next book?
So she assures him she's focused on getting him out of there. She wants to get him out of jail. She wants to buy a farmhouse, get a chicken coop, and just live life. Same girl.
But does she does not remind me of anyone that would want to live with chickens. And
I'm totally getting a chicken coop. It's happening.
I am not saying that I wouldn't. I would have chickens and goats and cows, because you know how much I love cows. My property would be filled with all of the animals if I could, 1, afford to do that, and 2, had a big enough space.
Would you have 75,000 animals?
If I could afford to take care of 75,000 animals, yes.
And would you foster 10 troubled teens at the same time?
Motherfucking no way. Give me all the animals over humans any day of the week. No. Only because I would do those children a disservice because my heart wouldn't be in
Yeah.
that.
That's something we didn't talk about with Chloe and Michael. Like,
I
I don't
know.
think Chloe understands how much attention a kid needs, and
I
you're gonna
know.
spread yourself thin if you got 5 who are, by her words, troubled teens.
I know.
That's a lot. It's a
It's a
lot.
lot. It's a
Mhm.
lot. I couldn't do it. Nope.
Are you ready to visit your boyfriend?
I mean, always. Oh, I did get the notification that the items I purchased from his online store have shipped. So I'll
Okay.
have a gift for you soon.
Okay. All right. I'm very excited.
I hope.
We're gonna have to drink out of our Hottie McCrimes mugs.
And I'm not gonna lie, when after I saw this episode and saw that he was back in jail, I was like, "Oh fuck,"
Do
and
I
I just
cancel the
supported
order?
him. Yeah, and I couldn't.
No, he came out of jail. He's
I know,
okay.
I'm only but it crossed my mind.
Hey,
Not
it's a
gonna
little
lie.
stumble on his path to
I
redemption.
know.
So, Hottie McCrimes is called back to the gallery, and the gallery owner basically is like, I'm here to give you some news. And
Yeah,
part of that news is somebody came back and had your stuff professionally matted and framed. It looked beautiful.
it did.
But second of all, he's like, I just want to make sure we're very clear that this success is like a one off and is not going to happen at every show.
Mhm.
Svea must have
Yeah,
gotten
well,
this guy's head.
I think the guy I think he was trying to do the right thing
Me too. Me too.
by telling him that, like, this isn't how it usually works for an artist, and he's not wrong. We
He's
talked
not
about
wrong.
this last week.
Yep. My sister puts a lot of money into each show she does. I'm sure Patrick does as well.
We do too.
If you can break even, it's usually a good thing.
Yeah, and that almost never
Yeah,
happens.
never. So he says that he done fucked up and he put $3,000 into his show and only made 2,700 back. So he's
Mm.
done.
And we thought he
Later,
made so much more than that.
well,
Remember
the
last
gallery takes a big chunk.
I know, I
They
forgot
I
about
heard some
that.
people saying like, "Oh, the gallery takes 10%." No, it's like 30%
30 or
they take.
yeah, or
Yeah.
more, yeah.
And
I know.
that is something, guys, that has been happening to artists forever. When I sell a copy of Fat Girl Skinny, you pay, what is it, 15 bucks? I get a
Mhm,
dollar
mhm.
something from that. That's what
I
I
know.
get. It is my fucking book that I created.
I know. Well, just as I've talked a little bit before about how I've started soaping and
Mhm.
I'm going to be selling my homemade soaps and all that crap, but I'm now that I'm like looking at how much I'm really going to be making, it's
Mhm.
like not a lot.
Right, and then if you have to pay somebody off the top,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? It's like it's
Yeah.
wild. Like even this podcast, when you pay $8 to join us on Patreon, which we support and we love you for it. Thank
Yes,
you so
please.
much.
Thank you.
I only get like $5 of that because
Mhm.
Patreon has all these fees and
I
Supercast does it.
know.
Apple subscriptions is the worst. They take
The
the most.
That's
So it's like
terrible.
they just take like I'm not
You
saying their
get it.
services are
I
worthless.
know.
They deserve something, but
Agreed.
not like 30 or 40%, dude.
It's
Come on.
crazy. I
It's
know.
crazy. But in the in terms of an art gallery, that's got to be the only way they stay open,
It
right?
is. It has I mean, it
Unless they're
absolutely
university
is.
funded or funded by
But let's
benefactors.
be real, like most of them usually aren't.
Most of them aren't. No. So later we learned that Hottie McCrimes had to take in a roommate to pay his rent and didn't go good.
Oh, did
Didn't
he
go good.
not check up on who this person was? Like, what?
We don't know the gender of this person. We don't know the name. He
No,
keeps
we
it real
do.
neutral.
It
Oh,
was a
does he say
man
he?
because
Okay.
well, because he's saying he has a night like when we
Oh,
hear the
okay. Okay.
911
Okay.
call.
I
Mhm.
thought he was just being super vague on purpose because didn't he want
No,
to evoke the name of this person? Okay.
no, I think I recall him talking about it being a guy, like a he.
So we hear the 911 call that they teased in episode 1, right? Of him saying, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, you got to get out here. We have a knife. He has a knife, blah blah blah."
Mhm.
Then we see DeMarcus calling Svea, interrupting her from her day of horse riding.
And dog
I don't know.
walking and
Dressage.
waterfalls,
I
like
don't know
yeah.
what she's doing. And he's like, "Your man's back in jail." And she tells us this is a deal breaker. Deal
Mhm.
breaker.
I mean,
And I don't blame her. I don't
I'm
blame her.
okay with that, yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
agree. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Then DeMarcus says, "By the way, BT Dubs, he's also losing his apartment and he never paid the rent or
Yeah,
something
that's
like that." And
crazy,
she's
and
just
I
like,
I
"Er."
know, and remember I asked you last week how he was paying that rent because he
Mhm.
quit his job, like, because
Yeah.
rent is not cheap.
Rent is not cheap. So after a
Crazy.
few weeks, the charges are dropped. DeMarcus picks Hottie McCrimes up at the prison. And he says, Hottie McCrimes tells us, the person living with me was a nightmare. And he
Mhm.
says, I'm ashamed, I'm embarrassed, I'm disgusted. He tells DeMarcus that the relationship with Svea failed and he's devastated. And then he says this beautiful thing about her. He's
Mm.
like, it was worth every minute that I spent with her. I would do it all again. I'm like, oh my
I
God, I
know.
love you. I
I love
truly think
him.
this guy is going to make it. I
I
truly
do
do.
too. I really
I
do
just
too. I'm
do.
hoping. Me too.
I'm
I
pulling
love
for him.
him.
So he says she was very happy. He was, no, I'm wrong. Svea says she was very happy when she met Joseph and she
Mhm.
wishes him the best. And we learned that he's found a job, an apartment, and he's still working on his art. We also have learned that they are in touch, but not back together.
Right.
That's it.
Which
That's the end of Prison Brides.
Yeah, which I'm not surprised by because nobody wants to be parented by Svea. Like I don't Joseph Hottie
Svea has a
McCrimes
kid,
isn't. I know. Like
but yeah, she was trying to
focus on
parent
that,
Joseph.
girlfriend, which
Mm-hmm.
we don't know that she's not. That came out wrong, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah,
you
that
mean.
was it, guys. What do you think?
That's it. Again, I think we pointed out all the issues here.
Yeah.
There were good stories, failure in storytelling.
Yeah.
I feel like Bad Fish needs a story consultant. I'm here.
Mm.
Come
Oh, there we
closer.
go.
Hire me. I'm unemployed. I need a job.
Oh, everybody.
Oh,
It's
guys.
real
All
life.
right. So that's been it. Again, let us know in the comments. Did you enjoy this? If you have any inside scoop on how this show did for Lifetime, let us know.
Yes,
Let us
that's
know.
true.
Hmm.
Mm.
I
And
also want to say, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was just gonna say, like, if they do another season, do people want us to cover it?
Right. Would you
Like,
watch
what?
it?
Yeah,
Mm.
we need to know.
I don't mind covering things that I'm lukewarm about if it's short and sweet.
Yeah,
10 episodes, fine.
and it
Hmm.
fits the bill. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I will tell everyone that next week, Steph and I are going to do Hunting Housewives,
I can't
which
wait.
is a Lifetime movie
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
that has Denise Richards in it, who I
Uh-huh.
guess is a housewife. So we know nothing about housewives, but we're
Nope,
going to
we know
figure it out.
nothing.
We're going to figure it out.
But you know what? You guys have asked for laughs
Hmm.
and some lighthearted bullshit in
Yep.
this crazy ass world that we're living in, and we're here to
Yep.
give it to you. And I'm
Yeah.
super excited about it.
Me
I'm
too.
hoping too it goes well because I'd love to be able to do this more
You
often.
know what we really want to do.
Virgin River rewatch, everybody.
Guys, please
Please.
support it so we could do it. Please.
You fucking backdoor friends. All of you that are saying you don't want to see it,
Get in that
please
back
just,
door and tell us, would you
yeah,
watch Virgin River from the beginning if we started it from the beginning?
please say yes. Please say
Please
yes.
say yes. Please say yes.
I
Please say
will, if
yes.
you say yes, anybody that says yes,
Careful, careful, careful.
I will send you a free bar
No,
of
I'm
soap.
stopping you right there.
No, I will do it.
I'm stopping you. We're
I will
not going to
send
do that.
you
I'm not letting her do that, guys. No, you're not
why?
doing that. For everyone that says yes, I will send you my undying love and gratitude.
And a bar of soap.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening. If you want to support the show, sign up for our paid feed, Patreon, Supercast, Apple subscriptions. After
Sign
I
up
just
for all
ripped
the
them a new
shit.
one. We're doing Sunday, the second half of Stolen Youth is dropping.
Oh,
And
that was
then
rough.
next month we're doing Daughters of the Cult. So that'll be
Oh,
happening on
that was a good
there.
one.
And I have I announced it on Single Life, which they'll hear Tuesday, but I'm going to say it to you guys.
Okay.
I'm going to do Reva Shane baptizing herself as the Slut of Springfield for the
Shut
first soap stories that will be in April. So
Shut
how did
up.
Reva Shane get there? That's what we're going to talk about.
You know that's my favorite soap of all time.
Mine too.
Oh,
Mine
I
too.
love it
Yeah.
so much.
Love it so much.
Oh,
All right, guys.
super
Thanks so
cool.
much for listening. Leave us a review if you want and join our Backdoor Friends Facebook group.
And bring a friend with you. Bring
a
a
friend.
real life backdoor friend.
If they deserve it.
Well, they should if they're backdoor friends.
Yeah, if they deserve it. All right.
Love
Bye,
you, bye.
guys.
Bye.